Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra's lair. I'm your host, Larry, and we are back for some more Warframe, or War Frankenberry as I like to call it. And there is a new event out that, as you can see, everyone's going bonkers for again in Cetus. Yes, the ghouls have appeared in the Plains of Eidolon, and our buddy Kanzu here would really appreciate it if we gave him a hand doing that. I am joined by my compatriot Sheik, who will be helping me murder stuff today. Sheik, do you want to say hello to your adoring fans out in the world?
I don't have fans.
Sure you do. You got at least one metal fan in your house somewhere.
No, it's wooden.
Oh, well, shit. So anyway, here's Kanzu, and he's got some bounties for us. So we got a couple of ghoul missions here. We got to rescue the ghoul defector. So I guess one of the ghouls is like, I don't know necessarily that I want to eat people anymore. They're not very tasty. And then we've also got purge a massive ghoul burial site. But we're going to start with the lower level one because we already did the upper level one. And we'll do the upper level one. I don't know if it's in this particular video, maybe the next one. But I think it might be interesting to showcase what it looks like for these events, so that people have footage of them to see and enjoy. So let's start with rescue the ghoul defector, and then the rest of these bounties are just regular old bounties.
Alright, chop chop.
And I'm guessing you have the thing set to public, Sheiky boy?
Yeah.
Excellent. So essentially...
Ghoul defector. Think that's possible, Tino? Cressa tall of Steel Meridian seems to. She tells me they were contacted by a ghoul trying to defect. Grineer intercepted the message, and now that ghoul is being held for dissection. Make sure that doesn't happen.
So basically, the ghouls are a kind of zombie, I would say. I mean, they're not really undead, it's just that I feel like that's the kind of category that they occupy. And they have a lot of really fun abilities and other stuff, if my game doesn't freeze up, where instead of being at range and trying to either teleport behind you and swap you with a sword, or shoot you, they all have abilities that let them bridge the gap between you and them very quickly, and then, well, one of them's got chainsaw hands. Another one can burrow underground and try to eat you. And then, I mean, there's a crazy load of different things, and I think they're kind of neat. So, what you guys didn't see from the previous footage that we recorded is that, from what we understand, these ghouls are the product of a corpus mad scientist who is very interested in ghouls, and created a new type of Grineer that incubates underground in like a Uncle Ben's hot and ready rice pouch instead of being grown in an incubation vat somewhere on, like, I don't know, one of those sea labs. And for whatever reason, that particular scientist disappeared, and part of the promise, if you participate in this event right now, and it is a proper event, you can go into your navigation back on your ship. Part of the promise is that at the end they'll give us the scientist's notes that they found after he disappeared to give us more background on what exactly happened to him and why the ghouls exist in the first place. What do you think about the ghouls so far, Sheik?
They're all melee. I don't like that.
You don't like getting constantly face-hugged by everything in the vicinity?
No.
I think it's kind of funny that one of them, like, runs up to you and starts trying to barf on you. There's, like, an overfed one that's got, like, a long, spiny tongue that tries to lick you and barf on you to eat you.
They dropped the Hunter mod set.
And we do need Hunter mods for that new character that's coming out, don't we?
No.
Oh wait, is that the new Terror list? Or is that the old Terror list? No, that's the old Terror list. There's nothing particularly new about that bad mamma jamma. We're gonna get a Megalith coming out soon from the dev streams, which should be really cool to kill.
And a Hydralist.
What does the Hydralist do?
I don't know. It has powers in water.
That is gonna be annoying, I'm sure. Considering that water is not the best friend of any Tenno. Not even a Hydroid can really go in the water without getting fucked over either. So, if I had to give a guess at to what happened with the ghouls, because the ghouls don't look like they're at odds with the regular Grineer, which is what I would have expected, is I think that when that Corpus engineer was creating them, I think good old Vahek got a hold of the knowledge and killed him and took these new ghouls as his own, turning them into a stealth weapon where he could just deploy them underground in an undisclosed location. They would incubate on the spot and then invade whatever area that they ended up in. Which would make sense to me. Like, you were saying when we were trying to record this earlier that Vahek's not the smartest gem, but, you know, even the dumbest guy has a good idea once in a while.
No, I never said they were good ideas.
They were just ideas?
Yeah, they were just ideas.
That's fair.
Like, Vahek had the idea to, you know, let the infested meteor kill Cetus, and then he'd just take over Cetus.
He would just spritz him with a little bit of toxin and it would be K. Because we've had so many ships over the years that have been reclaimed from the infested and everything was very cool, fine, and dandy afterwards. Do they have a lot of background on how Vahek rose to power other than he just killed other people until he didn't have to anymore?
Yeah.
Because from what I was reading on the brief side note about his background, it's just that he's ahead. Ooh, we got an encrypted journal fragment, which means we're one step closer to the lore sheik.
Yay.
From what I understood about his background, was that he's just a counselor because he rose to power after killing another counselor, and then he just stays in power by just having all those crazy weird body modifications that makes it so that if anyone else gets uppity, he kills them too.
I believe he has the body modifications to extend his life.
I could see that.
Because the Grineer aren't exactly
robust.
Built. Yeah, they're not exactly robust.
Like, even when they're born, there's like pieces of skin falling off of their faces.
Yeah, so basically the ones that can, or that have lived long enough, they can probably afford to get some limbs from other things.
Okay, that was that mission. That was actually a lot easier. These ghoul missions go from 0 to 60 in like a step. Alright, I guess we could just do both of these bounties together. And then every time they offer new bounty. Did someone just steal my shit? No, my Arcwing is just not functioning here. Okay, that's weird. But yeah, we'll probably keep doing these missions and recording them as new ones become available and talking about what lore bits we just... Okay, I can't Arcwing right now.
No, Arcwing's bugged. Okay, we gotta walk.
Dang it, I don't want to use my ankles, my juicy, juicy ankles. So, the lore of the ghouls also stipulates that... So one of them has the ability to burrow underground with 2 drills attached to its arms. One of them has chainsaw hands, who can actually ride the chainsaw to your location, using it as kind of like a dirt bike to drag itself across the battlefield. There's one that propels itself with explosive hands, so it'll just boom behind it and then glide over to you and punch you in the face with a grenade.
All of them can burrow.
I think that, yeah. They can all burrow in one way or another, since they're born underground, ostensibly.
Yeah, so there's a fat guy with a laser, one with a railgun and a chainsaw, and then one with grenades for hands.
And the lore from the other mission that we saw said that the Corpus engineer that created them he wanted to build them to delve deep underground to find secrets, which to me says that they were designed to burrow underground and find artifacts and bring them back. And the implication is either that someone like Vahek killed the engineer to use his technology for sinister, well, additional sinister purposes, or that maybe because the ghouls have a sort of air of zombiness to them, that maybe the ghouls just killed and ate him or something.
Maybe.
Considering how uncontrolled they are, I would believe either one. Now, along with this, this new expansion of stuff, this new event, there are some guns that you can get. So if I go into the bounty board, we go to the next level of stuff. Actually, we can just repeat these missions over and over again, Sheik. They're not saying completed.
Yeah, it's probably bugged.
That's fine. I'll enjoy the heck out of that. So the other thing is, this is the Purge the Massive Ghoul Burial Site. And stop them before they can wake up. So we're gonna basically poison the ground. We did this earlier. And a part of these is you can actually get some gun blueprints from these and some additional mods and stuff. And I think they're offering you all of the hunter mods because they've got that new Warframe coming out soon. What is her name? Do you remember?
Cora.
What was that?
Cora.
Cora. And so I'm guessing because she's pet-based that you'll want a lot of these. So they're going to let you get a whole bunch of them from these missions. So we're going to do the ghoul burial now. And see where that goes. Do you think I should have the shotgun out since these are a little harder?
Your choice.
I think I'll put out my... Since I just got this new Tigress Prime, I'm a little behind the curve for that sort of thing. I might as well use it.
The hunters never stood a chance. Now we're spotting ghouls everywhere. Tenno, Chronometer.
And then I'll put on my Helios to scan everything. And it'll be great. Let's put some new colors on this bad boy. What looks good? Good enough. It's a nighttime, so no one's gonna really see this anyway. Away we go. Where we stop, nobody knows. You know, it occurs to me that I didn't actually pay attention to if this puppy that we've got has got any meaningful power to their Warframe, so we might be picking him up a lot. Him or her, since I don't actually know. Refracture is kind of a neutral name.
The Grineer are attempting to bolster the ghouls with hormone infusers. Intercept these devices and destroy them.
Alright, so we gotta go touch the ghoul stuff. My favorite. So what are you looking forward to for the holiday, Sheik? Since I guess technically it's Chris Mahana Kwanzaa right now. Did you ask Santa Claus for anything?
No. So I want people breaking into my house.
He doesn't break into your house, he slides down the chimney. It's not breaking and entering if the chimney's already open.
There is no chimney in my house. He has to break in somehow.
So did you ask the Christmas demon for anything then?
No, I don't want him to leave shit in my house.
That's fair.
I mean stuff in my house.
Well, I and my father are getting a drone, so we're gonna play around with that on the 25th/26th. So that'll be fun. It's a camera drone with a nice HD camera on it, so I'm gonna be driving that around the open expanse of nothingness where I live. Because I live in the prairie. And it should be a whole heck of a lot of fun. I should probably also, before I do that, look into what some of the rules are in Colorado pertaining to drones. I know the president just signed a thing that says you gotta register your drone with the government again, which I don't really care. It's not like I'm gonna try and steal the Constitution with Nicolas Cage with it or anything.
Or, you know, peep on neighbors.
I don't even need to do that. All the neighbors have, like, really close houses. I have a really long camera lens that I could do that with without actually having to put myself at risk. I'm not gonna do that because why would you? There is literally no reason why I'd want to see my neighbors, even to begin with, let alone peep on them and see them nudie, but you know, it is a concern. I did see a security talk with a guy online who talked about investigating after like an annoying kid in the neighborhood got a drone, like how secure drones were to see what he was doing with it because the kid was kind of being an a-hole. And that kid was peeping through windows, so after that happened, the whole neighborhood's like, don't be doing that. Because it's creepy. And rude.
I mean, there's like a difference. Like if you're out in public and you're walking around, that drone can stare at you all it wants.
But when you're like flying up to someone's second-story window at nighttime and you've turned the lights off on the drone so people don't know you're there, that's a little bit much.
Yeah.
You know, that's another thing I noticed. All the drones actually have lights on them so that you can tell at a glance which direction they're flying. Like the butt lights are red and the front lights are like a green or a blue, which I thought was kind of neat. The funny thing is, I've actually already messed around with the drone to make sure it works before Christmas, because when you order that shit online, you can't just leave that stuff and like find out it doesn't work the day of Christmas. Otherwise, you're gonna have a broken drone and possibly not a way to return it because it's past the return date, which would really suck. You wanna take a little pick-me-up to heal yourself? There we go. I'm being oddly conscientious of the random pub group members because we had a lot of them go down constantly when we were doing this earlier, and I don't want that to happen again. So we got one of the... Oh, hello. That's a fatty. This is the overfed one that has like a big tongue and they try to eat you. So essentially what we're going to try and do is we're going to use a drill that Lotus sends, and we're going to use some toxin to poison the ground eventually.
Looks like I'm done scanning the fatties.
These are what the ghoul egg sacs look like. These are like the burrow pods. They kind of just look like a big burlap sack. They grow in these, mutate, and then they burrow out. So if you see one of these, this is a ghoul nest. And one of the questions that me and Sheik were discussing previously was, I hope that they actually leave these in the game, in some respect. Because we had the infested event here, but none of the infested drop pods remain after the event is over, so I don't know. What do you think, Sheik? I mean, they made full, proper, new creatures. Do you think they'll leave them in some capacity that you can actually constantly encounter them?
I think they were intended to show up at night.
So you think they're gonna be like proper, like undead zombie style ghouls? Not actual undead, but like they show up only at night kind of a deal?
Yeah. They're sunlight sensitive, like vampires, except not gay.
Or maybe that's just when they finish. Wait, vampires are just automatically gay now? Is that because of Twilight?
Yeah.
Alright, that's fair. They sparkle in the sunlight. I don't know how that got through that lady's writing process. I mean, I can understand other reasons for, like, not going out in the sunlight, but sparkling, really? I felt like I was just in the middle of elementary school again when gel pens became a thing. Oh my god, every girl had like 15 gel pens and like pads of multicolored paper to write notes to each other on after that. But one that had a crush on me gave me a silver one, so I was on board because it was all silver and sparkly. Which was completely fine if you were a boy to have a silver sparkly gel pen.
Wait, is this purple? This is purple.
What's purple?
The excavator, or the injector.
Oh, the injector. Oh, okay, so here's the injector. Basically, we have to use Gronkel. And I was right from the other event, too. That poison that we had was partly Gronkel. Or Grockrel? I already forget how Lotus pronounced it.
The Grockle toxin?
Yeah, the Grockle toxin. But we gotta put that inside this drill, and this drill is going to inject it into the ground. Is this a special kind of drill you were talking about, like this is a thing or something?
Injector.
So does it look different? I can't quite tell. I've never really taken a good look at them.
It looks a little different.
I know it's purple, like I can tell that part of it. That could just be the lighting engine right now.
No, this is straight up purple.
Okay, here's a ghoul chainsaw guy. And then this is a fatty who's gonna barf. And he doesn't actually have hands. He's got little hook feelers on the end of stumps. Alright, that's very morbid. Like, these are definitely the body horror 2.0 ghouls. And I kinda like it. Like, they do look pretty cool. I would almost call these, like, Road Warrior ghouls. Like Mad Max style. A very nice addition, and I hope these things stick around, I think is what I'm trying to say. Do you want to keep doing this after the Sheik, or do you want to go do the Acolyte event? Since I've never done that before.
Yeah, we can do that, but Angst is out and she doesn't have anything that I want.
But do you think... I don't have any of the angst drops. Do you think I should go do it? Just in general?
I mean, we could do it. There's like one drop that's worth it.
Alright. Are we done? Can we leave?
Yeah, we can leave. Does Arcwing work?
That's a good question. Nope, you're
Arcwing
fucked,
works.
Refracture. I'm not walking all the way back there. Hey, mine actually worked that time. Sweet. I am still not sure if I like the increased Arcwing speed out here. Like, yes, it makes getting around faster, but it's so hard to stop. Like, for real. I guess I'll be a nice guy and leave the door open for them so they can just zip all the way in here and be fancy.
No, I got you.
Alright. You're just gonna hold the door open with your Warframe, so when it starts to close, you just hear a wet crunching noise.
Yep. Oh, this guy crafted the gun.
Oh, neat. So
Like
that's
a
the new
shrapnel
shotgun that you can see right there. This guy doesn't even realize he's gonna be on candid camera. I like that hat, actually. I like that helmet that he's got. What frame is that?
Ibarra.
Is that Ivara?
Yeah,
Huh.
that's the alt helm.
Alright, well, Ivara's got a neat alternate helmet that I'm gonna build once I build her. I just need like 15,000 more Nightane. Alright, well that's the start of the ghoul event in the Plains of Eidolon, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. I guess this will serve as like a preview for people on consoles, because you guys get these events a little later than the rest of us. It's not complicated, it's literally the exact same stuff that you would do before, just with ghouls trying to eat your face. So until next time, I've been your host, Larry. This has been my buddy Sheik, who carries me through life in Warframe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, everybody, and have a good one.